Howdy there, Ready Set Painter here. Sorry I haven't made a video in a few days. My girlfriend and I got sick back to back and kind of put a damper on things. We've been dealing with that. Had a few other life things going on, but I wanted to show off this Rage Angel that I have made. Both contests have concluded. I will be starting a new one soon. The first gentleman just won a few bags of bits. A bunch of different bits that he can just use on whatever he wants. The main winner, the number one winner, chose to have me kit bash him one of the monsters from the manual for the Doomed. I did all three Nexuses. I chose Rage Angel. He liked the choice. So I did the Rage Angel and I did all three of her companion things. This one is his, an all black. And I went ahead and kit bashed my Rage Angel, the one I'm going to be using for myself. I wanted to be able to show off the different styles that you could do. I stole some stuff from this one to add to this one because I liked it. That was just personal preference. I really liked the way this one turned out, so I emulated a few in my other design, but they're two pretty good different models. So I'm going to show you what I got. Mine base model started with this. It's a Grimclaw, I believe is what it's called. It's a D&D monster, and it's from, I believe it's WizKids Miniatures. I don't really suggest buying one of the kits that come with the paints and the brushes and stuff. They used to come with these little tiny paint pots. Give me 1 second, I'll show you. They used to come with these. And they say D&D on them. They're like army painter style paints. Now they come with these terrible paints here. I'll show you the pots. They come in these now. They're Vallejo. They were sealed in plastic, but this one was leaking. Two of them in this set were bad. Like, I'm not even going to try and recover them. But you can see where the stuff's coming off on the top here. There was a second 6 pallet, and 3 of the ones in that one were bad too, like dried up and not usable. I don't know if it was Vallejo or what their choice was, but the new paint pots are terrible. You get 2 brushes, which was okay. I got lucky with mine. I got him 50% off, so he was the price of a normal Grimclaw, so I essentially got 2 free paint brushes. But I bought, this is actually the 3rd Grimclaw I bought. I just really liked the model. It's cool. Painted one for a friend, gave it to him for D&D. Bought this one just so I had him laying around. This one was bought for the purposes of Rage Angel. So back to the model. I apologize. I used mostly what I think is Warhammer parts. I'm sure some of them aren't. The wings are not Warhammer. I'm not sure what is Warhammer, but I used a sword that I found that was really cool. I gave it some battle damage in here. You can see the nicks in the blade. I used some other parts. I think these were horns for a helmet, and I cut off and put on the sides of the sword to give it a little character. There's just some armor bits here and here. It's just meant to give the sword a little depth besides just a sword replacing his arm. The flamethrower, I'm sure, is a Warhammer flamethrower. It looks Warhammery to me. There's a shield on the side here covering up some plain looking bits. There's another armor piece covering up where his hand attaches, just to make it look a little cleaner. There is tubes and cords going from the flamethrower itself to some tanks that are attached to the back of his arm that I just thought were pretty cool. I put a little green stuff back there just to give it more room to hold on. This shoulder pad, I think it was a knee pad to something. It came on a bits thing that I had, but I have no clue what it goes to. It just looked like a cool shoulder piece. And then this one on this shoulder is a Warhammer shoulder piece for, I'm not sure what it was. They looked like they might have been Terminators, I think they were what they were called, but it might have been regular Space Marine. The wings are actually to a Reaper miniature called Diva. In fact, it's her base wings. I scrapped them because I wasn't originally going to make them have angel wings, and I had her wings laying around, so I gave them to her. So then when I made my model, I was like, you know what? Let's make one demonic looking in the face but angelic wings, and then make one pretty with demonic wings. And they turned out pretty good, I think. So this one's mine. The model's a little bigger, the creature's a little bigger, but he doesn't look like he's flying. I feel like he fits the Doomed pretty good. He's evil. So the gentleman who won his, I went with an angel from Reaper Miniatures. It looks like she's flying because of her base. She's attached to this little broken column. So it gives her a little height, makes her a little bigger, which is nice. I like kind of a bigger model. You want it to be kind of imposing on your warband. She has the same thing going on. Her hand has been cut off and replaced with a sword. Some Imperial sword from Warhammer. I'm sure it's Warhammer. I apologize. One other thing I missed with him. I cut his head off, his face off, left his jaw, and gave him a skull from a Warhammer basing bits thing. And I used it as a mask, essentially, or a better skull. And it turned out pretty good. So back to her. Her head, I'm not sure what it's from. I think it's Warhammer. I only had a few spruces that had some heads and body parts of these elf, alien-looking lady things. But I liked her head better than the one that came with her, so she lost her head and got a new one. This is some kind of seal or armor piece decoration. It's just a skull with wings. I thought it was cool, so I put it as like a belt loop. I gave her the same thing going on. She's got a flamethrower for an arm. But instead of putting the gas tubes on her arm, I put them on the bottom of the gun. I don't know, I thought it was cool looking. And there's a little tube that goes from the gun to a little pack thing I added to the top, like it's feeding into it. The wings are another Reaper miniature. I forget the name of it, I apologize, but it's some succubus thing that also looks like she's flying in the air. I cut her wings off, I cut her legs off, and I used her for a model forever ago. I don't have it anymore. But I had the wings laying around for years, and when I was getting my ideas for Rage Angel, I already knew I wanted to use these wings to make her. I already had this model in mind for making one. I thought she was cool. She's fairly cheap because she's a Reaper Mini. The base is cool already, so you get a cool base with her, and bidding her out was fairly easy. On the back, I added a little pack below her wings, and there's a little seal. I don't know what Warhammer calls them, but it's a little wax seal with like a paper hanging down. So that goes into her minions. I kept them simple-ish. I thought they were going to be simple because I wanted something cool, but that would stand out. I bought these are, I think, Games Workshop's elevators. I don't even know what you call them. Spacers. Make things look like they're flying. It was $10 for 3 of them, which seems ridiculous for pieces of plastic. My experience recently with Games Workshop stuff is it's just so expensive for absolutely no reason. It's like buying an iPhone or Nikes. But while saying that, I have to admire the quality on them is really nice. They're very light. They seem sturdy. They work well. And I like the shape of them, making them look like it's like flying up. But the arms are supposed to just be little flying swords. In the book, it says something along the lines of something that wasn't worthy of her power or something like that. So I went with, since she kind of has a Doom feel to her, like the video game Doom, cybernetic enhancements, a sword and a flamethrower built into her, and a pack on her back. I wanted them to be kind of cybernetic feeling. These were actually kind of complicated. They're not one arm, glued on and done. I took the jet boosters off of Space Marine backpacks. I cut the little jetpack pieces off. And then took a secondary little arm piece so that I could extend the arm from that. And then I took a third arm piece, I believe they're called Necrons, the little robot guys. And that's his arm, but it goes to one of their Gauss rifles. I cut the rifling part off and cut this sword down. I'm not sure where the swords came from. They were with my Warhammer spruces, so Age of Sigmar, Warhammer something. And I glued those on as the swords. And then, just to add a little extra flair, I took some small seals, whatever the Warhammer things are called, the little wax seal with the paper hanging down, and added it to each one of these minions. Each one had their own shape. It was a very good thing about using so many different parts. I can make each one look unique. This one ended up being my favorite. I should have made more of them kind of like this, but the other two look like they're in action. This one looks like it's walking or striding. But these were 5 pieces and very small detailing work with super glue, which super glue can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but it's worth it. It works well. And then the nexuses just have something to do with flame or fire. So a while back, I had ordered these spikes. They're like wooden spikes that stick out of the ground, and they had corpses tied to them. Skeletons, corpses. They kind of have a little meat on them. They have some skin. Looks like they're hanging off. But for the most part, they're like rotted, skeletonized remains. I don't have one laying around here because I have more of them. But I cut the tips off. And then the bottom piece you see here, like platform it's in. And the top piece, let me see if I can get a better up close for you guys of this, is a little pot with fire in it. And those pieces were just Reaper minis. God, I don't think I have those sitting around either, because I got a few more of those somewhere. Oh, I do got them laying around. Okay, I'll show you guys. It's this. I cut it straight in the middle, took the bottom piece and used the hand drill and drilled a hole directly up through it so that this wood piece would stick down into it, and I super glued it in place. The top, I used the hand drill and drilled a little tiny hole, cut the tip of this off and just stuck it in the top, and then super glued it in place as well to give this really cool strung up corpse with a flame at the top lighting. I felt it fit her fire theme pretty well. She has one of her ranged attacks is something fire related. That's why she has the flamethrower. She uses a melee weapon sword. So of course I gave her a cool sword. That was pretty much it with these. You guys saw mine. I think my Nexuses and minions are going to be pretty much the same as his. These came out really cool, but I wanted both figures to be different, even though I'm not keeping this one. I'm very proud of this one, and I'm sad to let it go. But it'll going to somebody who enjoys painting, and I'm sure it will be well loved. I'll be starting another giveaway, I believe, in my next video. I was going to do it in this one, but I don't have anything set up. It's been a few days since I've done anything. I kind of want to show you guys some of the stuff I've been working on. I've already shown off most of it, but let's see. I apologize. I've got my Eliminator drones right there. My Rage Angel. this guy was originally going to be my drone, and I decided against it. I'm going to be cutting the green things off of his shoulders and replacing his arm maybe with a hammer. And I think he's going to be my Quake engine. I really, really like the model I built for him, but I don't have anything per se yet. Those are my... I don't remember what those are. The Cosmic Hunters. I'd have to look at the book. But the werewolves were made for something specific. And then I have my Executioner or Exterminator squad with their Nexuses as well. So I've been working on that. I got myself a new paint thing. I'm sure y'all saw in the videos, my paint thing just took up so much room, and I needed something different. And this is just so convenient. There's a gentleman on Etsy who makes them and sells them. And now that I have it, I also bought myself some of these rollers. Now that I have it, I'm going to be buying his. Wow, glad I got that off before it failed. He sells a paintbrush one as well. I think I'm going to order that and replace this corner with that. So I have my paints here and my paintbrushes here. I'm not sure if I showed it off. I don't think I did. I ordered a bunch of bits so that I could be going crazy. Oh, these guys are up here too. I thought I misplaced them. These guys, I think, are going to be my twin leapers. I haven't fully decided, but I need to give them scorpion tails. But this is what I've got for them so far. They're just little cheap dollar store toys, but the little models are really cool. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. I'll be making some more videos soon. I apologize for not making any more videos anytime recently. But just keep an ear out for my next video. I'll be making the giveaway in that one. It'll most likely just be bits, but I might do something else. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this, and I hope you give me a sub. I will see you guys next video. Bye.